Hello, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, one and all. Good to have you here. Good to see you. Hope you're all doing well. We're here. We made it. It's Tuesday. I'm trying to find a spot where the sun isn't on my nose, and it's getting harder and harder to do. And I think it's going to be that way for a while. But big hello to Kinlan, Hand Sanitizer, Smooky2, Ida Bloat, Green Leader. Green Leader, thank you so much for the Prime sub before we began. I really appreciate it. Really, really nice. I play so many games that I've had 14 for a while, and I bet I am maybe only a third the way through Heaven's Ward. Yeah, Heaven's Ward's good. Stick with it. It's good. Ironically, we're almost done with the halfway point. I feel like the same could be said for where you are. But enjoy. You only get to do it once, was a reply to that. That's not entirely true, because I have played through the MSQ twice. I'm thinking about doing it a third time. Maybe even as like a private time. I gotta stop leaning forward. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little envious of people who stream Final Fantasy XIV, which is something I did not do. I get envious because for all of the issues I can sometimes have with a few of the memes, not even really the memes, because some of the memes are fun, but I think that if we're all being honest with each other... Look, let me be clear. I love Final Fantasy XIV. It's my desktop background. I play it. I log in almost every single day. Played through the MSQ twice. I'm doing all the things in it, okay? So we can establish that I'm not trying to sabotage the game or poo-poo the game or anything like that. But I think if you want a textbook example of toxic positivity, I think the Final Fantasy community is a place you can go to find it in abundance. Not to say that it's bad. It's a hell of a lot better than my experiences with the WoW community. Little things certainly don't make up for the big things that I've seen in other communities, and it is the reason that I enjoy all aspects of Final Fantasy XIV is on the back of the wonderful people who play it. But there are definitely some bad eggs, and some of those bad eggs I unfortunately catch in streams and maybe doing some things they aren't supposed to be doing. And that can be a bit of a downer when that happens. And there's a few little things that crop up that I don't particularly enjoy with the 14 community, but by and large, it's a very good community. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I am extremely tired today. I am bringing low Tuesday energy to the stream. And the reason I bring that up now is because I forgot where I was going with that point. I had a point as it related to everything, and it is gone. It's gone. I had a reason I wanted to address the toxic positivity that I've seen in Final Fantasy XIV, but I don't remember why. So I'm just going to simply leave the point at acknowledged. It's acknowledged that I know it exists. Oh, why I'm jealous of this... Okay, hold on. Let's rewind. Yeah, thank you for keeping me honest, Green Leader. My goodness, guys. It's going to be a day. It's going to be a day. Oh, boy. We're going to make it through. I said that mostly to myself. So I do get jealous. I see people like Kyle and Garrett, they're doing their stream, and they're getting a really good experience by and large. Save for a couple of, I think sometimes the community can be a little heavy-handed with their attempts to take the wheel. I tend to try and tell people, well, what do you want to experience? What do you want to see? And kind of give them advice off of that. There are definitely some that are like, no, you have to do this, you have to do this in this order, do this at minimum eye level, do this at this. And like, sometimes it comes across as a suggestion, and sometimes it comes across as this is the only way to play. And I tend to not like it when it's presented as this is the only way to play. But what I'm jealous of is having people that kind of guide the experience and help along really changes how you experience it. So when I went through 14 the first time, I didn't have that. I was in a little bit before the sudden, like, big rise in popularity. Like, I started getting back into it, I think a little bit before the pandemic started and all that. So, maybe even before that. Nah, that sounds about right. And I'd played it before, but that was when I started getting back into it, and it was kind of at that point that you started to hear more whispers of it, but we were still, probably several months away from the big explosion of people. And so it just wasn't a thing. Like, streaming it never occurred to me, really, because I was like, I don't know, nobody's really talking about this game, I just want to play it. And as a result, I went in knowing next to nothing. I figured it all out on my own. What I learned is what I taught myself or what I asked people. But I went in as the definition of a WoW player playing Final Fantasy in a vacuum. And it was, a weird learning experience in a lot of ways, because I went in and didn't pay attention to quest dialogue all the time. Like, I was watching Netflix while I was doing ARR questing, because who cares, right? It's just MMO questing. I was doing all the side quests. I was picking up everything. I had no idea why some quests were blue, some weren't, because I probably skipped the bit of dialogue that told you what they were. And I didn't have any sort of guiding hand. And so the reason I played through a second time is because, unfortunately, when I got to a lot of the bigger moments, when the game really picks up, Shadowbringers and on, and is full steam ahead with its story, I did not appreciate a lot of the reveals because I hadn't given it its proper attention. Because I hadn't trusted it. I treated it like how I treated WoW, which is, who really cares? Like, lore is what happens on Wikipedia when I have questions. And it was unfortunate. I did see today, I watched the beginner's guide that I think it's official that they put out. It is an official video, right? Hold on, let me look at this. It is official? Okay, yeah, it's good. It's legitimately a very good guide. I mean, it's not going to cover everything. You can't give it to somebody who's, like, brand new to gaming and go, like, hey, it's going to go great. But, like, as far as kind of understanding the basics and, like, getting a character up to level 30, like, it's a good video. This is real good. That's where all our sub money is starting to go. Yeah, I guess that's kind of true. I thought it looked really good. I liked the animation. It was kind of like, its production value is on par with like what I'm watching when I put on children's programming for the baby. But it was, I thought it was fine. I thought it looked really good. Lodvar, welcome. Good to see you. I guess I should say a big thank you to a sub, Misadventures in Store. You didn't make it like high priority because I kind of feel like that's just money being recycled in the house, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you for giving me money from our own wallets. I appreciate it. The comment Carter made with the core audio was so good. It was, right? So Scott showed us months ago, the rough draft of that, where it was just kind of still images. It wasn't really animated fully. It was just kind of quick cuts between like certain poses with the audio. And I thought that was phenomenal. And getting to see the final product at the end, like, that was super cool. That was wild. So I think Scott showed the rough draft on Core at one point, like a while back. And then he got in trouble for it. So he did a better job of keeping it all a secret. But we would get little snippets here and there of like, here's you guys in color, and here's this picture, and oh, I was so excited for it to come out. I've been really, really excited to see that video, because it's really good. It's really, really good. She did amazing. You know, we were just the usual knuckleheads we are, but she brought so much character and personality to it. I feel like I'm going to be farming it for like GIFs and avatars and pictures for a long time. I like it so much. Yeah, it was solid. She's so talented. Like, that's the thing. It's not a competition. I mean, but Scott would be the first person to tell you. I think he even tweeted about it. Like, he's now learning from her. Like, he taught her, I think he said, I taught her to draw and now she teaches him. And, man, she's good. She's extraordinarily talented. I don't know why that came out weird. Talented. But I've also always liked her art style. Like, I feel like she and him have been drawing side by side for a while. And even when she was still, like, learning, she's better than me on, like, the first picture I ever saw that she did, like, years ago when Scott showed me. She's already better than I am, which was bothersome. But, very quickly, it just became clear that she had her own style and that it was really, really good. Happy Tuesday. Just listened to the core today where Bo first played Alex. Yes, I'm so far behind. This is going to be a fun ride. Yeah, I mean, spoilers. He really likes that game. Although I would also say, so I don't have VR yet. I'm still, I wouldn't say skeptic. I know if I would get it, I would like it, but there's just better uses for my money for right now, in my opinion. But they're, oh my gosh, I totally forgot what I was going to say again. It's gone. Guys, I should just turn the stream off. Anyway, I haven't bought into VR yet. I would like to. Better uses of my money as we trace this back. But one of my big fears is that if I do get it, like, Half-Life Alyx is one of the immediate games I want to play for it, right? And unfortunately, Half-Life Alyx is still kind of the benchmark. And unlike a case where Half-Life 2 came out and was here compared to other games, and then all the other games rose to meet it, Half-Life Alyx came out and nobody else made VR games like it. Like, everybody was like, yeah, must be nice to have a real big budget. We're going to keep making VR games. Here's one where it's a shooting gallery. And you reload your gun manually. That's what you do. And so there's a part of me that's worried that if I get VR, one of the first things I'll do is play Half-Life Alyx, and then I'll be like, well, I don't particularly care about VR anymore. Because nothing is going to live up to this. And I don't know if I need to play anything else. I saw that there's a reference to Jeff in an upcoming episode. There is indeed. Yep. Speaking of far behind, you're about to try and rescue your wife before the bronze ball in my TWBD listen. Wow, that is far behind. But hey, you know, that's the good part about There Will Be Dungeons. Like, it is fun to make content that's kind of evergreen. Like, you can go listen to any episode of TWBD, and it is just as relevant today as it was yesterday. Like, it's fine. Core, you know, if you're behind on Core, you're going to hear a lot of news stories that may or may not be relevant anymore. Like, that's always the weird thing. And sometimes, like, a lot of people understand how that works. They understand what's going on. But what's really weird is every now and then you will get someone who's clearly behind on Core, but reacting to it as if they're current. So we will get somebody who will send us a message and will say, like, hey, I just want you to know, I heard you guys saying that such and such a video game is doing this, and they aren't doing that anymore. And it's like, okay, but they were at the date we recorded that. Like, you know, what do you want from us? We don't go back and re-edit them after the fact. You have to stay current if you want our current takes on things. Core is way less about news than it is about you guys having fun together. That's true. Like, the news is really just an excuse for conversation. Core is almost the reaction content of podcasting. Like, the news is basically in there, and it could be more so, but the news is basically in there to find ways to just launch tirades for Scott, Bo, or myself. That's basically why it's there. Hey, you guys just talked about Marvel Snap's Nexus events being a bad thing. You didn't talk about how, like, 2 weeks later they turned things around. It's actually a pretty good example. Case in point. Yep. Not yet in my episodes. Yeah, if you haven't done it in my episodes, then you haven't done it yet. Core is an orc massage focused podcast, and I'm fine with that. We do have some people that get really mad about all the orc massage talk. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious that one Dear Martha letter has captured so much attention that it is the constantly referenced video game. First of all, Bo bought it. In the history of me talking about adult video games on Steam, there's only been one that has convinced Bo to buy, and it's that one. There's only one that gets brought up by a bunch of people, and it's that one. Like, Orc Massage definitely captured the imagination of the world. Why would people get uptight about that? Sounds like they need a massage. Yeah, they do. I know just the orc to give it to them. It does make me sad that Bo doesn't think the game is very good. I think it made me want the game more to hear that it was bad, though. Because there is a part of me that's like, well, sure, Bo thinks it's bad. But I disagree with Bo on a lot of things. Maybe I'll think it's good. But I kind of have a feeling it's bad. But did Bo finish the game? Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Let me do another read of that. But did Bo finish the game? No, he said he booted it up briefly. He said Dominatrix Sim was better than Orc Massage. He did say that. But he didn't like Dominatrix Simulator either. But Bo lives in VR now. Like, you go to Bo with anything, and he's like, yeah, but I played Puppy Simulator in VR, and I gotta tell you, you know, look, Elden Ring's cool, but have you ever pet a puppy in VR? I don't think you have. And until you do, you're just never gonna know the joy of petting a puppy in VR. Bo in VR reminds me of my first few months in VR. Well, I don't play much VR in these days. Look, people like all sorts of things. I'm gonna I'm gonna give Bo a little crap about it, because it's fun. But you know, he can like whatever he likes. But I do like, it is that annoying thing where you have a friend that has something, and it's not because you don't have it, but they talk about it in such a way that it's like unintentional gatekeeping, where it's, you know, you sit down and you're like, oh, Scott, this is a real example, but like, oh, Scott, I think you're going to be really freaked out by the mortuary assistant. It's going to be really good. And he's just like, well, forget the mortuary assistant, because, well, you haven't lived until you've played Half-Life Alyx. That's a horror game. It's like, okay, well, I don't know. And honestly, I don't know about either, as a matter of fact. But he's the first person to own a car. You're all still talking about bikes and stuff. And he's rolling up, and he's just like, well, look, I can get places really fast. I just don't know. I don't live on that planet yet. I think Bo will stick to VR harder than I did, but I don't expect him to still be on it nearly as hard 1 year from now. I think that's true, actually. Like, I do... not that I think Bo is going to be a fair weather fan of VR, but for the reasons that I talked about at the beginning, I do think that if everybody kind of agrees that Half-Life Alyx is the gold standard for video gaming in VR, and that unfortunately nobody else is making games like that, once you've played that game and you've stepped back away from it, and your experiences are a constant stream of it's not as good, it's not as good, it's not as good, I do think eventually you go, well, alright, I'm going to just play something on my computer. You know? Like, I'm going to just go do something else. Like, Half-Life 2 is an incredible game, but other games have surpassed it. You know, for at the time, phenomenal. Nobody was going to come anywhere near it. But if you lined up a list of first-person shooter campaigns, it would not be my first choice to play. Same with the original Half-Life. Like, I've got the most fond memories of that game. I love it to death. But it wouldn't be the... You know, if you said, hey, play a first-person shooter campaign right now, it wouldn't be my choice. What would? Oh, what would I play? I mean, right now, I'm not in the mood for a first-person shooter. And when I'm in that place and you say, well, John, you got to play one, it would probably be not the more recent one, but the one right before it, Doom. Because I can get into that Doom and just start shooting things and jumping and tearing things apart and feeling good about it. And be extraordinarily happy. Have you played Black Mesa? It's the fan-made remake of Half-Life 1. It's very good. I did try to play it, but I learned something a little weird playing it. I am extraordinarily attached to the atmosphere of the old game. And as soon as I heard that the sounds, the sound effects, the voices and all of that were new, and they weren't what they were before, I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I've played Half-Life 1 so many times that it is just ingrained in my brain that this is what a door panel sounds like. This is what an explosion sounds like. This is what the sound of all that debris sounds like. This is what it sounds like when the elevator falls down. This is what the voice saying, welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System sounds like. Like, all of that is just etched in my brain from the amount of times I've played that game, and I can't hear it redone and not get a constant weird uncanny valley for my ears effect. It really upset me. Doom was cool. Doom Eternal was an amazing sequel. I thought it was all right. I prefer the original Doom. Not the original Doom, but I prefer Doom to Doom Eternal. I thought that Doom Eternal kind of lost a little bit of what made Doom great. It added some other cool things in its place, but the cool things it added, I didn't think made up for the things that it lost. So I had more fun with the original, but I do think it is a good sequel. I beat it. I played it till it was done. So it held me enough to play through the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I thought what made Doom so good was that it was stupid, was that it tried to have all this lore, and if you wanted to dig into it, you could, but that the Doom guy just didn't care about it and wasn't into it. And then, you know, he just kept going. And it was constant. It just felt fast and just constantly moving. And Doom Eternal felt like too many times hitting the brakes, too many times seeing a cutscene, too many times focusing on Doom Guy. And honestly, I think it commits the gravest sin of all, which is it gives you literally the biggest gun in the world, a planetary gun, and you don't pull the trigger on it. We talked about this on Core, and I think it's extremely important. It doesn't matter if it's just activating a cutscene. It does not matter. I don't like QuickTime events. It doesn't have to be a QuickTime event, though. It doesn't have to be press R or fail state begins. But I don't want to hit X to activate a panel and then see a cutscene of me blowing up a planet. I want to see me get in the turret, aim at the planet, and press right trigger. Even if I'm locked in place, I want to press right trigger, especially in a shooter. And multiple times in that game, they gave you this big gun to do something cool with, and they just put it in a cutscene of him shooting it or doing the thing. And I think that is a complete missing the point of why you would even put that in the game to begin with. Worst sequel, Duke Nukem. That game killed my soul. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't play enough of Duke Nukem Forever, which is the one that I think would be in the running for worst sequel easily. I didn't play enough of it to know how bad it is. It was so bad that I couldn't muster the strength and endurance to make it very far into that. Duke Nukem is rough. I do love Duke Nukem 3D from a nostalgia point, but yeah. Duke Nukem stops being quite as cool when you grow up and realize that most of the things that you thought made Duke Nukem cool was just lifted directly from other things. Weird part is Duke Nukem wasn't that offensive when it was a 2D side-scroller. No, that was something they decided to be edgy. It worked for the audience at the time, you know. Was something that everybody, you know, was whispers on the playground. You can see this thing in Duke Nukem Forever. Or not Duke Nukem Forever. Duke Nukem. You should go play it. Like, it did what it needed to do. Duke Nukem was fun for what it was at the time, 100%. It was a time and place game. Like, you don't go back to Duke Nukem and go, yep, this is aged perfectly. Like, I would say, weirdly, the first-person shooter that I was like, I just like it for nostalgia. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not as good as it was. Other games have done things and done things better. But the game that holds up surprisingly well to what I remember versus what it actually is GoldenEye. I have told my friend, I have a friend who is not a big gamer, but he was obsessed with GoldenEye when we were kids and has remained obsessed with GoldenEye into being adults. and I told him that he didn't. I famously quoted, and just like Blizzard, was completely wrong about the you think you want it, but you don't. And I told him that, and I was like, dude, that game is so old. You don't want to play GoldenEye again. You just want nostalgia again. You just want to be an irresponsible kid in middle school or elementary school, wherever we were, and you just want that nostalgia hit. You don't want to play this game again. And he was like, no, I do. I 100% want to play this. And he ended up buying a Nintendo 64 and buying GoldenEye for like just that reason. And he said, he called me, he's like, hey, it's actually really good. And I was like, I still don't believe you. So I played it again. And it genuinely holds up. There are things that are in GoldenEye that I still think like other first-person shooters need to learn from, and haven't quite figured out, including attempts to remake it and including attempts to make games like it. It's crazy. I still think that game is pretty decent. It has not aged extraordinarily well, obviously, but it is still fun and it is still good to play. There's also rumors that it's going to get a remaster of some kind. So I'll be curious what that is, if that ever surfaces again. Let's see. I thought Diablo 2 Resurrected was really good. It was. Yeah, I've been enjoying playing it. I do wish they would run with it a little bit more. Sometimes a game is in this weird place where it's like, it's not just a remaster in that it's, up-resed graphics. They actually did work to it. But then they intentionally left in some weird mechanics and some weird things that make you go, well, you're already changing the game. Why not just update this thing? And that's kind of how I feel about Diablo Remaster. Diablo 2, not Remaster, Resurrected. There's some stuff in there where I just wish they would do, like, the key binding and ability binding system of Diablo 3 and like just put it in graphically. Maybe that has to do with the fact that you can press a button and see original Diablo 2 in the background, so it could be a technical limitation due to that. But I find it weird that there are other like quality of life improvements in that game, and that there are some things like that are just still very odd. They did put that in? Well, I tried it. I couldn't figure it out. But I'm also, one, prone to missing menu options, and two, it was in a recent patch. Maybe I didn't play recently enough. Okay, that's cool. That's what I want. Because, like, that was the thing, is I was like, when I played Diablo 2 back in the day, I hated trying to manage my abilities, like, because they kind of just give you a left click and a right click, and then there are ways to do more, but it's kind of a hassle. So I was like the king of one active ability, pick one left click ability and one right click ability, and then take nothing but passives in my trees besides that, because I just didn't want to bother with it. So I remember I had a druid. I don't remember, my left click was probably some like magical strike or something like that. And then my right click was dropping a fiery roly ball on stuff. And other than that, I just picked passive abilities. And that was my build for my druid. There's nothing else. It was a left click attack and a right click have a fiery ball come down on everybody. And that was all we ever did. Did you already talk about Carter's animation? I did at the top of this episode. It's awesome. We got the link in there. It's really, really good. Did they make it so you can respec trivially? Because that's my deal breaker in Diablo 2 these days. Takes too long to level up in that game. I want to experiment with having to go through all the effort of respecking the character. You get one respec per difficulty level, and then can farm bosses for an item that can give you another. Yeah, I don't know. That seems okay. But I'm kind of with you. Like, why gamify it? Maybe just let people play around. I don't know. It's weird. Like, you don't want to just turn Diablo 2 into, Diablo 3 or into something that it isn't. But then there are times where, and this is especially prevalent with Blizzard, where you just look at something and you go, why is it like that? Why can't we just err on the side of fun? Yeah, I mean, there are cheat programs. Like, honestly, if they wanted to bring me my authentic Diablo 2 experience, it would come with a free, like, modifying program that would let me break the game. And it would pop up, and I could just set my level to whatever I want. And I could just give myself as much gold as I wanted. And I could have infinite refilling health and all the other things that I want to put, that I used to put into the game to cheat. They would do, just auto increase my gems to the top level, all that stuff. Yep. Those cheat apps were so good. It was the same. It had the same vibe. I don't know if anybody ever tried to use the quote unquote hack programs for like America Online back in the day, where like you would boot it up and you could press a button and it would do like images and chat text, and you could try and, hit something and it would try and get somebody kicked off of AOL by flooding their account with messages and just all sorts of weird, dumb, quote-unquote hacks for America Online. I used to play with those things all the time. It was atrocious. Do you think a XCOM/Battletech style Final Fantasy would work? If so, would you prefer that or an action game like 7 is now? Well, I mean, tactics is a step removed from, like an XCOM. I think, like, to me, the natural evolution of a full tactics style game is a game like XCOM. Like, XCOM is to tactics games what like Final Fantasy VII Remake is to original Final Fantasy VII. Like, it just seems like the natural, a little bit more bombastic, a little more action-y version of it. I think that would be amazing in the Final Fantasy universe. You would need to get the right people to do it. It would need to be flashy. I mean, I'd love to see, is it Firaxis that does the XCOM games? I'd love to see them do it. Because I think they would do a killer job with it. I think, but I mean, blank but XCOM is basically a winning formula for me. You can say almost anything and I'm like, yep. Orc Massage but XCOM. And I'm like, yep, there you go. That's a better version of Orc Massage right there. Let's get it. How's it going? It's going all right. I'm pretty tired today, but we're working through it. I want to say that I'm waking up, but I'm not. I'm just burning what little energy I have. John, you are great at shooting the shit with chat. Not a super easy thing to do well. Thank you. I try. Well, it's fun. That's what we're doing here. We got to ease into it. Look, nobody wants to just jump right into video games. It's like going swimming right after eating. You'll just die. It's just not going to go well. You got to ease into video games. We're all getting older. Mech massage. Get in on the mechs. Don't gift that. Get in on the mechs. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like there are days where I come in here and I'm like, okay, we're gonna do a little pre-show. I'm gonna chat with you guys. We're gonna have some dialogue before the show. I had nothing planned for today. I didn't know what we were gonna talk about, and we've gone almost an hour about nothing. So I appreciate all of you. I can only do this because you all participate in chat. That's the only reason this works. So a big thank you to you. Do you enjoy the direction you guys are going in TWBD? I really like the devil character Bo did. Yeah, I like what we're doing now. I wasn't the biggest fan of the assault on the solar mines. Like, that arc felt a little... It felt a little forced. It kind of felt a little more like Bo had a story to tell and we were just going to witness it happen. I don't know if that's true. But that was the feeling I got, right? But also we're trying to wind it down. We're trying to get to the end of the campaign. And I think like that's a natural time for that to happen. So it's not like I blame him. It's not like I was going, Bo, you're ruining the experience. But I feel like right now we're a little off the map. And I feel like it could go 100 different places. I feel like the campaign could go another 2 years instead of wrapping up right now. So I feel like it's also a really good balance of what we're talking about. Like now it's back to feeling open, but as a result, it feels like who knows where we're going to go? Who knows how long it's going to take? You know, it's weird. And I think Bo knows this. Like he said, I don't remember if it was actually on the show or not. But he's told us he has a tendency to, he just likes to roll with, you know, if people say something, he kind of just throws the plan out the window and goes like, yeah, let's just roll with it. And he's prone to going on tangents, which kind of keep things going in perpetuity. And I think we're kind of seeing that happen again. So I think, you know, I think it's fun. I'm having a good time with it. But I do think that if the goal is to end anytime soon, I do think Bo needs to halt his flights of fancy a little bit. But I did know that, like, we didn't give Bo any room to plan this last episode. He had no idea where we were going to go or what we were going to do. So I give him full credit for basically improvising an entire session because he had no idea. We tried to figure it out early in the week. We talked about it again late in the week. And it was like hours before the show started and we still hadn't really landed on where we were going. Okay, but can we talk about how the solar mines were built for Scott to contribute and riff on what's there, and he just passed every time? I mean, yeah, so I think Scott, like, all of us in general are pretty generous with, like, wanting to make sure everybody else is having a good time. And I think with Scott, he has a lot going on. He's running the soundboard. That's when he finds time to do the art for the like patron type stuff. So sometimes he's drawing, he's monitoring chat, he's monitoring the stream to make sure it's going. And then on top of that, he's trying to RP a character and play. Like it's a lot to manage. The only thing that I think would be harder is if you wanted to DM and run the stream at the same time too, which would be next to impossible. And I also think Scott, you know, he's a very generous person. And as a result, I think he doesn't want to dive in and be like, I'm taking control. Like he doesn't want to. Yeah, that's perfect way to say it. Scott has the opposite of main character syndrome. Like he really wants to let other people kind of build, and he likes to be reactionary. And I think that Bo kind of gave him this moment because it makes sense for him to have this moment. And I just think that with everything going on, I think it was a mix of not wanting to feel like he was stepping on anybody's toes, but also, you know, I think he just kind of missed that he got to create. And that's the other thing, is like a lot of people just philosophically, they think of D&D as a game. Somebody has set up a board game, metaphorically, and we play in it. They don't think of it as mutual storytelling. They don't think of it as improv, like yes and business. They think of it as, well, the DM said this is the way it is. And Bo has given him hints about that, you know, like when he talked about the slow Peters or whatever. And Bo just ran with it and was like, you know, Scott has his moments where he does it. And when he does it, they're brilliant. But I just think he worries that he's going off the rails with it. And so I think he's pretty careful. Scott still struggles with RP a bit, but that's part of the charm. I think it fits like Nash Magard perfectly. And also, I'm going to tell you this, like, here's the crazy part, is Scott has created such a unique voice for Nash. I don't know if I can actually say he struggles with it, because he plays completely different. Like, go back and watch my one-shots when he plays Garpoon. He plays Garpoon totally different than Nash. He is a different person when he plays Garpoon. Now, I will say the character he played for Kyle's campaign was a little similar as well. Like, he was still kind of that, he didn't really take charge. He kind of just wanted to react and have his potatoes. But, like, I don't know if it was because he felt like he was a more upfront role in that. But, like, I was shocked because I kind of expected him to play like Nash, and as Garpoon, he was just like taking charge and making orders and stuff like that, and it was great. I love TWBD. I hope you guys get a new campaign going afterwards. Either way, really love your D&D content. Thank you. I have a lot of fun with it too. I want to do it. We all have kind of different ideas of what, you know, we're thinking for the end. It's still a ways away because we got to get to the end of the Waste campaign. We know that there's going to be a little bit of a break while Kyle and Kristen have their new baby. And we're going to come back after that, but figuring out in what way, what we're going to do. I can say this, if you enjoy seeing Kyle, Kristen, Scott, Bo, and myself all interact, then you have nothing to worry about. If you have a very specific opinion of what we should be doing, then I don't know what to tell you, because I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I don't think any of us have a plan to just go, well, we're all done with the show, it's over. It's funny, when I first started listening to There Will Be Dungeons, Nash nearly turned me away, but by like 10 episodes in, I can't imagine not having Nash around. It's true. He's like, I think everybody has their niche, right? Like, everybody has their place they kind of fall in the role. Stanley is definitely not where I expected him to be. Like, I made that character with a used car salesman in mind. Like, he was supposed to be really sleazy and, like, lie all the time and constantly trying to grift people and take advantage of them. Like, he was not supposed to have any virtues to speak of whatsoever. And it just kind of became clear that with Kyle and Kristen, you know, juggling a kid, the roles they were in, Scott, you know, he was going to be this deadly serious character in Nash. Like, everybody had kind of different ideas of where their characters were going to be. And then once we all hit the ground running, it just kind of became clear that we needed something different. And that if all the characters were extremely chaotic, there was going to be nothing that kept everybody together. And that's the biggest reason why Stanley is nothing like how I originally envisioned him. Would Kristen ever DM? She might. I don't know if she wants to. I know Kyle wants her to. But we did a recent, like, kind of around the horn, like, let's all talk about what we want to do. And we did it anonymously because we didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And it was kind of funny because you could tell that there were some people that didn't want to necessarily DM, and that everybody else also wanted to see them DM. So, basically nobody is going to have to do anything they're uncomfortable with. If somebody says, I'd just rather not do it, we won't do it. But I'm itching to see Scott and Kristen DM. I would love to see it, even if it's just a one shot. I'd really like it. I imagine Bo might want to break from the DM chair. I thought he would. He thought he would. But I think Bo has a hard time giving up control. We were trying to brainstorm stuff, and he went from being a player to wanting to be the DM to, I think, we hadn't even decided what we were going to do, and I think he was, like, already shopping modules with plans of doing things. Like, Bo just goes at 100 miles per hour. It's good because it means, he's prepped on the day most of the time, but I think Bo is going to have a hard time giving up the chair, but I do think that we should give other people a chance. It's kind of where my interests lie. Speaking of Kyle, people are definitely asking for you to join sometime on Grinding Gears. Yeah, Garrett sent me a message about that. I said I'd be happy to. I don't want to ruin what they have going, though, but I'm happy to jump in. We just got to find a topic that's going to be a good time, a good way for me to join them every now and then, or at least once, I guess I should say. Let's see. Stanley is my favorite character. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you like Stanley or the character I can't remember that you did in Kyle's campaign? Ko? I like both of them. I think Stanley, by the nature of the way the campaigns were structured, I think Stanley is a more real character. Ko is more of a video game character in my brain. Like, he's got a moveset, he's got a 1-page biography in an instruction manual that lets you know what he's doing, and he's got a bunch of cool moves that he does. And he's got a lot of cool lore from within the world, and within the scope of the story. But because Kyle's campaign was a series of one-shots, it didn't include a lot of the personal touches that I think make the characters come alive. And I think Stanley, by the nature of the campaign, has lived in my head, obviously for longer, but in a more realistic way than Ko did. Do you think Ko or Stanley would win in a fight? Stanley, hands down. Stanley is grossly overpowered in multiple ways. One, I rolled for stats, and I rolled so high that I actually intentionally lowered some of the stats. I think basically with the way I rolled, it was something like 12 would have been my lowest stat, and it was like markedly lower than anything else. I rolled incredibly well. So from a stat perspective, he's extremely strong. His magic is very good. Bards are extremely powerful. And then add to that, like, some of the OP items that Bo has given, and Stanley would decimate Ko. Ko would put up a good fight, though, for sure. But I would have to give the nod to Stanley. I would give the nod to Stanley against most of the characters in the party. I think if you took, not that we would want to do this, especially because I know that this is not Kyle's thing, but I think if you took the There Will Be Dungeons characters and you put them in a PvP situation, I bet Stanley comes out ahead. I think I could beat Nash. That would be the hard one, right? Because he's got the OP heart. He can turn into a dragon. But I think I could beat him. Stanley's like Batman. I have a plan for how I would fight Nash if I had to fight him. Loved Inverse. Yeah, I thought those campaigns were good. I don't really want to go back to any of the one-shots that I did, but at least not with like a fresh start. Like, that was the fun thing about getting to play for Bo and then getting to play for Kyle and then not on a stream anywhere but getting to play for Ben, is I got to see 3 really great DMs and how vastly different their styles are. Especially because I think so many people, and look, Matt Mercer is a great DM, no doubt about it. But I think so many people see Critical Role and they, as a result, they have one DM perspective to pull from. And that was kind of where I was. I mean, obviously I had Bo and I had, seeing like Critical Role or something like that as a frame of reference when I did Inverse and the Path of Glass. And I didn't have a lot of experience from a player perspective of playing for a bunch of different people. And by getting to play under a bunch of great DMs, I get to see what it is that I like about their styles and what it is I don't like about their styles. And I get to go and I get to mesh what I like and what I don't like. And I mean, since then, it's been even more than that. Even Critical Role has done a good job of having guest DMs and stuff like that to show other perspectives, other ways that people play. But I've watched official D&D streams with different DMs. I've watched other shows. I've played with more people. And I think all those things coming together has given me a better idea to understand what works for me as a player and how I would approach it differently. And so going back to Inverse or going back to the Path of Glass, I would be going in with very fresh eyes to a world and a story that I built with kind of stale things in mind. And I could probably salvage it, but I would probably want to just Final Fantasy XIV them and completely start them over. Find a way to erase it all. And I don't think that that's necessarily fun. I think I'd rather, if I was going to DM again, I'd rather have a conversation with everybody and say, like, hey, what kind of game do you want to play? What kind of character do you want to be? And start building a world around that. I have a lot of favorite Stanley moments. One I loved was when Nash asked Stanley to do an impression of Deckard Cain, and Stanley was like, what the hell are you talking about, Nash? I don't remember that, but that sounds 100% accurate. There's a system, can't remember the name of, where everybody has a pet dinosaur, and the person to your left plays your pet dino, so everyone is playing a character and someone else's dino. That would be a ridiculous 1 or 2 shot. That sounds pretty good. Was pretty stoked to see the Soul Knife subclass feature in my favorite 3.5 class. It was fun. I really liked the Soul Knife. It was super cool. I do agree with what Kyle decided to do with it. I thought it was smart because, and he and I had this conversation, is I hit level 3 or whatever it is where you get your specialization. I was like, Kyle, I gotta tell you, at this level, I have just become psychic for reasons, I guess. I was like, it's really weird. And so he looked at it and he was like, that's crazy. Would you be okay with me giving you the powers slowly over time? And I was like, yes, I think I would rather have it make story sense than not, which is where I tend to come from. Like, I believe if a character levels up, you know, give them their stuff, give them the new shiny. But if you can't facilitate a good reason why they have the new shiny, then I feel like have that conversation with your players and build up to it. Because it is so weird to have a character go from, I'm a rogue, I sneak around and stab stuff, and then like, okay, next session, I can read your mind and I can throw a telekinetic dagger that I formed with brain powers. What? What? You must have slept really well last night. You did great. I wish I could hang out a bit longer, but I have to wake up. Stupid clock. Oh, well, hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Frickly. Good to see you. We're going to get into games soon. Conversation's been fun, though. I've been really enjoying this, so the game is coming, but I'm glad to have you here while we did. I laughed at Kyle's anger tantrum outside the ship last week, and you were like, yo, we're heading out, get over it. Yeah, I thought early on in the campaign that Stanley and Varel were going to be buddies and like their story was going to be a story of friendship. You know, I thought it was going to be Legolas and Gimli. And they ended up just not understanding each other at all, which I think works for them in a good way, because I think their weaknesses are the other person's strength. Like, I thought that Stanley and Varel were going to be Legolas and Gimli. What they ended up being was Raphael and Leonardo. They're on a team. They help each other out. They're brothers, but they do not understand why the other person acts the way they do. Also, everyone sees Critical Role and expects exactly that from their games and wants to act like those characters, which can be really frustrating for GMs. It's actually called the Mercer effect. Yeah, I've heard about that. And, you know, I think that it's a double-edged sword. Like, I think on one hand, like, it can be a bad thing, but I also remember the first time I tried to do D&D, and I wanted to become a character. I wanted to role play. That's why we're here. We're here to play a character. And it was so hard to sit down at a table, even with friends, and put on a funny voice and try and play act a character. And when I played 4th edition, which was my first experience with it, like, our version of RPing was a lot of really awkward, like, my character says something like, good to see you. Like, it was very stilted and it was very, like, posturing, everybody trying to be cool. Even though, you know, we're all doing this nerdy thing and we should have just embraced it and just lived in the moment. So I think the Mercer effect in that regard is bad, but I would also call it a Critical Role effect, that by giving this baseline of like, look at these people, look at what they're doing, they're owning it, sit down, do a funny voice, get into it, enjoy yourself, helps remove a lot of that like anxiety. Not all of it, because let me tell you, I've played D&D with a group of friends that all love Critical Role, that all wanted to play because of that show, and you still definitely have people taking a little bit to get into character, still figuring it out. But by giving them this like kind of template, I think it actually helps with a lot of those early jitters. So I think there's a good side and a bad side. And like anything, too much of it in any one direction can be bad. Not only do they have one DM perspective, but they have an expectation of how professional voice actors will play off of what a DM does. Yeah, I mean, not even the voice. Like, you can do excellent and amazing voices, but if you don't know how to act or improv, you are going to have a different experience than someone who does. You can be somebody who can do no voices. Like, you show up and every character you do sounds exactly like your normal talking voice. But if you're good at improvisation and dialogue and quick thinking and stuff like that, you will have success in social interactions. And you'll be able to go big with that sort of stuff. These people are actors, you know. They're very good at... And they're also really good friends. Like, that's the other thing. And that's a part of the reason why I think TWBD also works pretty well, is we all played games together. We all do have a common language to a degree. I think I can say this. I don't think there's a reason why I can't say this. So Scott heard from Liam. Liam has listened to at least an episode of There Will Be Dungeons. I don't know if he listens to the show regularly. I can't imagine he has time for it. I picture him as pretty busy. But I know Liam O'Brien has heard the show. And one of the things he had said to Scott about the show was, he said, "Man, you guys are so good at avoiding all the cross talk or the talking over each other." And that comes back to knowing who you're playing with, right? Like, that comes back to all of us are podcasters. All of us have done podcasting. So all of us have experience with letting someone else take the floor and talk for a while. And it plays to our strengths. Well, it's the same with their table. They're all actors. They're all used to playing off one another, creating characters, creating moments, selling tension, selling drama, doing all of that on the fly. And it definitely changes your perspective at the table, for sure. Stanley and Varel friendship, one of the best exchanges still, aside from the conversation where Varel asks where prestidigitated stuff goes. Yeah, I liked them reading the dictionary together when Nash and Hope had a little side adventure. That was very early on, but that was one of my favorite moments for them. 100%, your first characters are almost always based on something, based on some other character. That's a huge help, but when that one character is repeated 10 times, yeah. For me, I always ask the player to say what they intend, but not worry about getting it right. Then I have them roll autocorrect stuff, bluff, diplomacy, or intimidate. Yeah. So, like, that's the thing is you have to set expectations with your players. Like, you have to, it kind of goes back to that idea of game development, right? Where it's like, it's not about listening to the feedback that players are giving you. It's about understanding why they're giving you that feedback. D&D is the same thing. D&D is when somebody goes, and you have to give them the floor to say, this is what I want to do. You have to understand what it is they're aiming for, because maybe the rules don't exactly allow for what they're asking for, but if you get the intent behind it, you can build what they're trying to get at and create a cool moment for them. And that's all it really is it's just creating cool moments for you and your friends. I remember one of our friends listened to a random episode of TWBD and was like, the DM doesn't do much, does he? And it just turned out that it was a RP heavy episode where Bo just let the rest of you have room to RP. Those are my favorite episodes of There Will Be Dungeons. Nothing against Bo. Like, part of being a DM is knowing when to do that. I think it's very important, but that is my favorite element of Dungeons and Dragons. If I look back at There Will Be Dungeons and I think back to like what moments were big for me, it was discovering the relationships of these characters with each other organically by playing it. Having Stanley realize that Hope was like a kindred spirit and the two of them becoming very close friends was a cool organic moment for me, because up to that point I was convinced like Stanley would hate Hope for what she did. Like absolutely couldn't stand her. And then Bo gave Kristen and I a long session to just role play off of each other and have those characters work out their issues and see where they're coming from and realize that they're very much alike and become friends was a crazy cool moment in D&D. And like, it's storytelling that I didn't intend to have happen. I'm pretty sure Kristen didn't intend to have happen, and Bo didn't have planned or intend to have happen. It just happened organically, and that stuff is great. And yeah, like, that's exactly it. So yeah, I still have players recounting stuff from games nearly 2 decades ago. As a longtime GM, there's few greater feelings than when a party, someone mentions D&D and one of your old players are like, oh man, I remember when. Exactly. It's not about, like, sometimes people might remember the monsters they fought, but usually it's more about the moments that happened. Like, I will never forget killing a Medusa by using command to get the Medusa to look at me while I was holding up a mirror. That will forever be one of my favorite moments from There Will Be Dungeons. Forever. It was super cool. If Bo had decided to go super rules lawyer on it and been like, well, the spell does say that the creature won't harm itself, and maybe the Medusa knows deep down that looking at you would have a mirror, I'm going to say no, doesn't look. You know, if he had done something like that, moment ruined, we probably would have DPS down the boss slowly, and that moment would never be remembered by anybody in the party. If you said, what's your favorite There Will Be Dungeon moment, nobody would have named that moment. Instead, it goes the other way. And that's the symbiotic relationship between the player and the DM. You are both working together to create an amazing story. And when it gels like that, it turns into something magical. And that's what it's all about. But, man, we've been going for a long time just chatting. I think we got to play some video games. I'm itching for it, because I do like playing Final Fantasy VIII. But thank you all so much for the fun conversation. It does help. It did help a little bit, waking me up. Now, I had a long ways to go. I'm very tired. But it is at least a very strong start. So we're going to get into it. Just getting the music queued up for the end of the stream. Great. We have a video card driver update. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. We should be fine. Where's the game? But a big thank you to everybody being here. There's a nice big group of you that definitely likes to check out this part of the show. It's when I see the most of you. I get to do it because, oh man, well, it's going to go a little longer because I got to do updates. So we're going to go a little bit longer with it. But no, this part of the show has just grown. A lot of people tune into this. A lot of people have been downloading the whole show or the whole stream VODs on YouTube. So it's definitely something that people are interested in watching me chat for just a long time. I do probably need to change this because it's not much of an intermission. It's kind of just a long thing, but you know, it is what it is. LOL, it was an hour-long work Zoom thing during this intro, being bummed that I was missing the stream. I come back, and it's still just starting. Wish I could have heard the pre-show. It was good. It was good. Honestly, I would love just D&D talk. Yeah, I love talking D&D. I'm going to get to do a little bit more of it. I'm planning on rejoining Ben's game soon. So I'm going to get to play a little bit more of it because I think my schedule now will allow for it. But yeah, I like talking about it. I like doing it. Oh, thank you, Huey Lost. Good to have you. One other thing, so I had issues. If you watched the stream yesterday, you know we got interrupted in the middle of gameplay. I got it to work. Light 91, welcome. I'm glad. We had a break in the stream, which meant I had to kind of edit things together for the VOD, and I'm still having a hard time getting the YouTube VOD for the Final Fantasy gameplay portion up, but that should be up tonight. So, also, Twitch would not accept the file for the whole stream. It's too big of a file. So I just don't think I'm going to upload that VOD to Twitch. And you'll have to find it on YouTube. But I don't think a lot of people watch the VODs on Twitch anyway. So it shouldn't matter too much. Devastation, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Froze Fishy, thank you for the gifted sub. Congratulations, Huey Lost. Froze Fishy, being generous with those gifted subs. Enjoy your new emojis, such as my baby, me giving a thumbs up, me shaking, or me backing away slowly, like these. Is this Ben's game another streamed or podcasted one I can check out? Nope, it's just a home game. Just us and a couple friends playing at home. All right, everybody. I think I'm all set. Yep, now we got me backing away, a backwards rolling chocobo, and thumbs up. We're ready. We are ready, as a matter of fact. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Thank you for the likes, subs. Likes isn't here. The subs, the gifted subs, the bits, the follows, all of it. Welcome. We're going to get into the gameplay now. Here we go. Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, everybody. We've been playing this game. It's been good. We've been having a good time. We ended in a weird spot where I kept failing at a minigame yesterday. But now we're here. Oh, Huey Lost, repaying the earlier gifted sub. Gifted sub moved forward to Becca Smiles. Look at this. Look at the love sharing that's going on here. This is great. Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Oh, we're back outside. That's fine. I thought we could go see the battle again. There's a cool battle happening outside, but I guess it's not actually happening outside. Okay, let's go back in. Alright, so we are in Galbadia Garden. We're looking for a sorceress to fight. We gotta explore this place. We gotta deal with people. So far, seems pretty abandoned. Lock 1. Lock 2. Okay, great. We've established 2 locks. Alright, we got another open door. Lecture hall. Good. Okay, that goes up to a new floor. Let's hold off. Okay, lock 3. Alright, we got a stairway on the right. Let's go check the other hall. Everything's okay right now. We gotta be methodical. Oh man, I forgot to change all my junctions and stuff. Okay, that door just doesn't even work at all. Okay, never mind. Alright, we're doing the stairs, everybody. Where did the stairs go? They go up. Hey. Fatigued. Let's just go. Let's get it over with, you know? Request. We're leaving Cypher up to you now, you know? We don't know what's going on anymore, you know? We just want the old Cypher back, you know? Cypher. He probably thinks he can't go back now. Alright. Oh, sweet, we found the computer lab. Ah! Please don't kill me. I'm not your enemy. Those bastards stormed in during class and just took over this place. Most of the students were kicked out then. You guys came to fight the sorceress, right? Here, you can have this. Hey, card key level 1. I know 2 other students are hiding somewhere. They also have card keys, but open the restricted areas. 2 open the restricted areas. Be careful, guys. Real question, why doesn't Mountain Dew make variety packs like breweries do? Sometimes I don't want 12 Code Red, but I could do with 4. You know what? That's a great idea. I don't know why they make it so hard to find their other flavors. They do that whole democracy thing, but I can't find half the flavors that won ever. Alright, this place has a lot of computer labs. I think they're dormitories, but I'm gonna call them computer labs. Alright, well we have a key card that we know works down there. Maybe we go up first? I'm sure it's locked. Yeah, lock 2. Okay. Think you can do that on Amazon? The hard part is finding Mountain Dew that's not ridiculously overpriced. Like, during the summer they make Baja Blast available, available, I guess. This is the word I'm looking for. And like, you can find it on Amazon and stuff, but they charge a ridiculous amount for it. Oh wait, this is the classroom. We knew that. There we go. Alright, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, they release it into the wild so that everybody can enjoy. But, like, the price on Amazon is like, what, you want a 12-pack? That'll be $37. I guess we'll give that to you. Well, we found the hockey rink. Oh man, guys, I'm so tired. I can't talk. Good thing that's not at all involved in playing video games and talking about them. We don't really ever get the fancy Mountain Dew flavors up in Canada. See the odd bottle occasionally. Wait, so I went through that door. Wait, am I in a different spot now? Oh, wait, that's a kid. Hold on, that was a kid. We don't stand a chance against them. You're our last hope. Sweet, we got card key number 2. Okay, that's lock 3. figuring out how this works. This is all going okay. Lock 2 was upstairs, I believe, right? The 3rd floor? Or were there some doors that were locked too as well? Now I can't remember. We'll check them just to be sure. I feel like these all open, but they were all computer lab doors. Yeah, computer lab. It looked like Squall got a kiss as he left right then. Turned around and just got... Yeah, he looks like he's getting smooches when he comes out of the door. I'm just go up. I know the top floor was a lock 2. Oh! Everybody just jumps. Shell. Let's give that to Renoa. 10 shells. Okay, we locked a door. Unlocked a door. Okay, that door. We got it. Great. This is going so well. We're just making good progress here. Chrono 421. I love the name, and I love that you subbed. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Okay, nothing behind the stairwell. Let's keep checking this floor out for now before we go upstairs. Let's just see what we get. Oh. Hello, sir. Is there still a save point in here? Because if there is, we should probably save before we touch that thing. Alright, get it! Oh. Renoa, why are you so hurt? Cerberus. Alright, let's get him. Get him! Thinks he's so good. Oh boy, he's scary. I don't think G-Garden uses GFs. Pretty confident. Let's see how you do. I can't read that fast. Ooh, triple. Draw it. Draw. You probably don't need it. What you doing there, doggy? How bad is this gonna hurt? Oh, it's gonna hurt a lot. What does it do if I cast it on myself? Triple. Oh, here we go. I really need you to stop beating me up, please. Surely you have shell or something. Hell yeah. This spell's really good, so we're gonna take a minute to draw it. Just to let everybody know here. There's a reason we're doing this, and it's because it's a very good spell. I don't know, I guess attack him now. Squall, you're such a good healer, man. Okay, that was a big hit. Show me what you got! Man, Rick and Morty wasn't even out yet, guys. I bet you all didn't know that's what that was from. Didn't hurt, though. Squall, the mercy of Final Fantasy. It's true, he's so good at it. Look at him just casting Recover on people, he's so good. You think he knows he's being messed with, that we're just using him for item generation right now? I need to turn this down. I feel like I'm yelling because the audio is so loud. You know what? People aren't that hurt. Alright, we'll give him another attack, because people aren't hurt. Not bad, mortals. Oh, he joined us. Okay, that's all it took. Can't pet the Cerberus, game sucks. Yep. We wouldn't have that technology until Hades came out later. Alright, we got ourselves a Cerberus. Alright, who's gonna get Cerberus? You know what? Let's go to the GF screen first. Let's figure this out. Okay. So Cerberus is strength, magic, spirit, speed, hit, ability, set up to 3 abilities. I like this. I like where this is going. Alert, prevents back attack. That's nice. We'll go ahead and junction him to Quistis for now. And then we'll just make sure everybody else is good with their junctions. Haste. Give it to her. Alright. Good job, everybody. We did it. Okay, we can't leave the garden. That probably makes sense. Oh, we need to teach brothers something as well, too. You can now learn... I guess we'll just boost for now. That's fine. this where we were? I think this is where we were. Yeah, it's where we were. Okay. This is not the way. I'm gonna take a wild guess that this over here is also not the way. Oh, lock 3. Those stairs are locked, guys. I want to use them, but they put a lock on the stairs. This is a great camera angle. Okay, lock on the elevator. Lock 3, a very important lock, as it turns out. The waiting room. Okay, still good for waiting. So I remember back when I first came here, I remember saying that I knew a particular room was pretty important. I have a feeling there's a boss fight in that room, and it's coming up. Because I do remember this room seeming very important to me. But maybe I'm not going to actually experience a boss fight here? I don't know. I would have thought so. This looks like a perfect boss fight room. But there is no boss to be fought. So I could just be wrong. Now I don't know where to go. I feel like I explored this whole place. We gotta find another student. Everything's locked, though. Cerberus, why didn't you have the level 3 lock? We needed you, man. We needed you. There's not like a secret student hiding somewhere, right? That I'm just not seeing. Well, I think one of those classrooms populated a student after the fact, so maybe we just recheck them. Because I could have sworn we checked one of those rooms and it didn't have a student and then it did. Ah, like this. Here's the last card key. It'll open the lock on the elevator. The sorceress's room is on the top floor. Good luck, guys. Thanks. Aha. There it is. So now I gotta try and remember which doors had lock 3s. I don't think there was anything back there. I know the stairs did. Did any other doors have it? There's the stairs, the elevator. Probably that door we just used. We unlocked the stairs. No, I think this just leads us back too. Yeah, that's our hockey arena. We can draw. Hell yeah. Gotta restock, seeing as we actually use spells. Hey, were you all proud of me? I use magic. Did you see the way I use magic to protect against Cerberus? That's pretty good, right? Because he was casting a lot of magic, so I was like, hey, I need constant validation for the decisions I've made. So inspiring, thank you. You know, it's the kind of move that you learn after playing precisely 7.5 Final Fantasies. You know what, though? Like that, intuition tells me I should probably save my game. Alright, get up those stairs. We got an elevator to go through and no time to use it. Oh, we got sorceress music. Oh man, they put a save point right here. They knew. Look how dumb they are. They're gonna let us just save our game right here. They're gonna even let me use a tent. We literally went camping in front of them and they were like, let him. Overconfidence. Oh, I just ditched him. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, you guys shouldn't have. I was going to come visit you at my old home. Shut up. Did you guys come to fight Matron? After all that she's done for us. Renoa, what are you doing here? You're gonna fight me too? Come on. Remember a year ago we... Stop it. Instructor Treppe, I'm still one of your dearest students, aren't I? Not anymore. It's too late, Cypher. You can't mess with our minds. Any more than we have with our own minds. To us, you're just another enemy, like one of those monsters. You're comparing me to one of them. I ain't no monster. I'm the sorceress's knight. And look at you, acting like a swarm. You guys are the monsters. Cypher, you're gonna get your butt kicked, man. You got anything good, though? I guess haste is okay. Alright, go get him. Is that all you got? I can't be beaten. Ready to die, Squall? Kneel before me. He hit me with fire. And then he spun a lot. Ow, I fell right on my head. This can't be. Why? Because you're a chump. Worthless child. The auditorium is right below. See? That's what I was talking about. What do... I thought I had Mug. I feel like I'm missing Mug abilities. Oh, I have Encounter None on right now. I don't know if there've been encounters in this place or not. There's no way you guys can beat her. Hey, she's going down to the place where I said I thought there was a fight. Imagine that. That's weird. It looks like an exit to that door, but it actually just exits to the screen in front. It's a weird transition. Let's go get her, team. Did we save? No. Did we use a tent? No. Are we gonna regret these decisions? Maybe. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Hey, you got it? Hey, you got any good magic? You gotta tell me if you do. I'll just heal up here, I think. Seems like a... Can we blind it? Is it blindable? Oh, man. That would have been good. Angelo! Oh, it is blindable. Look at that. Alright, well, now we can get some healing out. Oh, man. He's still hitting me, though. Nope, he's dead. That killed him. That was the end of that. Geek Grills, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. And the follow. I missed that, but, oh, I missed what I just got. I got something. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Anyway, welcome. Welcome, Geek Grills. Okay, this is the room, right? Yeah. See, I knew there was something that happened here. What's going on? Oh, the music got serious. Rai Shenron, thank you so much for the sub. Oh, geez, she just came through like an action hero. So, the time has come. You're the legendary seed destined to face me. What is she talking about? I must say that I am impressed. An impressive nuisance. Your life ends here, Seed. Cypher's back. He took a different way. Worthless fool. You're not our matron. All seeds must perish. Oh, we'll see about that. I'm pretty sure you're gonna lose this fight, though. Oh man, she drug poor Cypher into this fight. Like, just shoot him. Like... Damn, I'm disgraced. Defeated. Useless fool. Enough play. Seeds must die. Ow. Hey. Hey, can I get anything cool from you? Okay, we got Alexander. This doesn't seem like the fight to, Just hit her, guys. She can't see me anymore. Ugh. That's what she said. I read it. I read it exactly as it was written. Hero! Oh, good. This will be a good item to equip then. Oh, we learned a lot. There he is! Oh, she turned into a rose. What happened? My body. Hey, where's Renoa going? Why is she being all mystical again? Stop. Renoa? Renoa? Cypher? Ow. That sounded painful. Renoa, are you alright? Squall, Quistis, Selfie. Irvine, Zell. You've all grown so much and become so strong. I have waited for this day to come, and also feared this day would come. Is today a joyous day or an odious day? Where is Eleni? Have I protected Eleni? I don't understand. Squall? It's Renoa. Renoa? What's wrong with Renoa? Oh. I think that's the end of disc 2. We're on to disc 3. We loaded that disc very quickly. Is it over? What happened? Renoa. What happened to Renoa? We gotta find out. Squall, can you hear me? Head to Edea's house at once. The sorceress Edea, matron, is back at the orphanage. Wait, I wanted to check and see if she was okay. I didn't want to just leave. Okay, well, I guess she's fine, I guess. Good thing there's no doctors here. I'd hate to be able to ask if someone was okay. Don't worry, doctor. It's fine. It's good for right now. Let's see. What can Alexander learn? Attack. Defense. Set up the 3 abilities. Use the revive command. Doubles the effect of medicine. Raises their HP. And high magic refinement. We'll go and start there. Renoa hasn't signed a HIPAA release to you, so the doctor couldn't legally tell you anything about her condition anyway. Shit. That's just true. That's just the truth. You know, Squall was asleep when this all started. And now, he didn't regain hit points. His long rest is bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Wait, so the sorceress is just, like, cool now? Yeah, she's cool now. We're just gonna go visit her in her home. Hey, who are you? I never talked to you. Oh, I really wanted to challenge Headmaster Sid. Well, you could challenge me. Oh, wait, no, not if we're playing that rule. I don't do direct trade rules. No, get out of here with that bullshit. You're not playing anybody with those rules. Nobody wants to play direct trade. Get out of here. Hello. Matron is back at that house. Where's our next destination? Are we ready to go? Roger. Alright, we will take Quistis, and we will take... you know what, let's give Irvine a little time to shine. Alright, we gotta find her house. Oh, that wasn't hard to do. That was relatively easy and painless. Okay, we need to... Hold on. Noah... Oh, no, not that. Junction Exchange. You go to Irvine. You're good. And then item, we'll use a tent. And then let's save. Do all the business that you gotta do before you progress the game. Okay, we're good. Oh man, there was a monster in front of the house. I'll go after you, Squall, okay? Okay. We're meeting the matron. Man, I'm nervous. Well, you should be. She's tried to kill us every time we've seen her recently. Oh, it's Sid. Hello, I was here this whole time. Many thanks for your hard work. Are you angry with me? I don't blame you. All I do is talk big, but in times of trouble I run away. I was in a no-win situation. Your defeat would be the end of you, your victory would mean losing my wife. I just couldn't bear to face either outcome. I don't care about myself, but please forgive Edea. Well, she's gonna need to make a pretty compelling argument as to why we should forgive her. Kiraga. Okay, we're fresh out of Kiraga space in this party. You know what? What if we went right back in the room we just left? How do we all feel about that as an idea? Oh wait, there's a magazine on the floor. Wait, we need the magazine. Get the magazine, guys. Come on. What are we, amateurs? Get that magazine. Hit that like and subscribe button. Pick up that magazine. All the things you're supposed to do. My children, please forgive me. I raised you as my own, yet still we feel the same way. We fought, knowing very well you were our matron. That was the only choice we had left. Matron. You seeds, you cannot back out of a battle, I know. You were magnificent. However, it is not over yet. At any time I may... We're gonna have to fight her again. I have been possessed all this time. I was at the mercy of sorceress Ultimacia. Ultimacia is a sorceress from the future, a sorceress many generations ahead of our time. Ultimacia's objective is to find Eleni. She is after Eleni's mysterious power. I knew Eleni very well. Ultimacia is a very fearful sorceress. Her heart is filled with anger and hate. There was no way I was going to let Ultimacia get a hold of Eleni. The only thing I could do was surrender my soul to Ultimacia and lose control of my mind. That was the only way I could save Eleni. And the end result, well, you all know. The sorceress that appeared in Galbadia was in fact Ultimacia inside my shell. We buying any of this? Ultimacia has yet to achieve her goal. I believe she may use my body again to carry out her plans. I plan to make a stand this time, but if that does not work, I may have to face you in battle once again. I ask for your support, young seeds. Any thoughts? Keep talking. Have you all heard of Sorceress Edea before? Yeah, she sang pretty good. She was the ruler of Eshtar during the Sorceress War. There's been no news about her since. The Galbadians must have thought I was the sorceress who received Sorceress Edea's powers. However, that is not the case. I received the powers of the previous sorceress at the age of 5. I don't quite understand. I believe Sorceress Edea is still alive, and that Ultimacia released my body in order to use the body of Sorceress Edea. Hey Sid, how you doing back here, man? You alright? Please listen to what Edea has to say. Who knows when she may be possessed again? Sorceress Edea is the type who will not hesitate to use her powers for her own selfish desires. Should Sorceress Ultimacia from the future bequeath her anger and hatred unto Edea, their power would be unimaginable. Sorceress Edea is the type... Wait, hold on. We already said this. When am I supposed to talk to you more versus not? Are we done? Sid, I talked to her. She just keeps repeating herself now. But, hey, do you want to play cards? No, I want you to play with my rules. No, my rules. Yes. Random. Hold on. Hold on! Squall, let's hear what else the matron has to say. I've heard enough. I understand that listening is what the matron has to say is important, but Renoa... Matron, do you know what's wrong with Renoa? Renoa is the girl in light blue. I remember vaguely what happened to her. She was with us when we fought you. After the battle, her body was cold. She didn't move. Did Renoa die? He's not... No! Sid's not really following what's going on. Forgive me, Squall. I don't think I can be of any help. It's all right. Squall, I understand how you feel, but you are in a position of leadership. The other students at Garden have a right to know about the outcome of the battle and what's to come. Take whatever information you can, get here, back to the Garden. Remember, it wasn't just Renoa everyone fought. Oh, I'm reading this very weirdly. I understand, but... That isn't something a leader should say. Punch. Punched a stone. First time we met was the day I became a seed. We met again in Timber. Eleni's mysterious power, sending one's consciousness back into the past. We had a lot of arguments at first, but in time, things began to change. There's a lot of text all over the place right now. Time compression. Time compression. Squall is not paying attention to what's getting said. It's time magic. Past, present, and future get compressed. What's going to happen to the world? Why do something like that? Renoa, give me another chance. I can't even imagine a world where time is compressed. Yo, Squall! You're not even listening. So basically, all we have to do is prevent Ultimacia from getting a hold of Eleni. Yes, but... we're going back to Garden. We have to let everyone know. Hey, we're worried about Renoa too, you know. Then why don't you Forget it. I got tense. Did I just miss my window to play her and get a card? Was that the only time I get that option? Our task at hand is to find Eleni, and then we'll deal with Ultimacia. I believe that Eleni is on the White Seed ship. We're setting out to look for it. I wonder where it could be. We'll gather information for a while. Be prepared for battle at any time. And Sorceress Edea is back at her home. She's probably not our enemy anymore. Let's just leave her alone. She's probably fine. She's cool, I guess. I guess she's cool. Alright, I need to go challenge her to cards. I do remember this, actually. I don't remember what the card is, but she has a card. Because I remember being infuriated by the random rule. Now, on one of the streams, or not one of the streams, on one of the times I played off stream, I abolished the random rule from a region. Oh. Well, hell. Okay. But apparently she's still going to play with that rule no matter what. And that's what I remember being the case, is that it was a lot of saving and reloading and saving and reloading to try and get a rare card off of her. But what I'm going to show off today in front of all of you is how to win that rare card on the first try. I don't want to say this in front of Quistis and you, but I don't know if some people will be so forgiving. It'll be fine. Yeah, we're ready. Let's go. We're taking Quistis. We're taking Irvine. We're moving out. Okay, we gotta try and win a card from her, okay? That's what we gotta do. I know it's dumb, but it's what we gotta do. We're gonna save the game. You know what? Let's save here in case I missed my opportunity. I don't remember what the card is. I just remember thinking it was very good. Yeah, first try. Here we go. There's the card. I don't remember what the rules are. I really should have paid attention to that, as a matter of fact. Well, that's not very good. Shit. You gotta admit, it looked like I was gonna do it for a second, right? Did I get you all to believe? God damn it. I don't even know what plus means. I don't even understand math. How the hell am I supposed to do this under these circumstances? Okay, guys. I think that if I had known the rules, if I had paid attention properly, I think that would have been a victory. No, it wouldn't have. Because I wouldn't have known what card she had. We can do this. Alright, it'll be the second try. But you gotta admit, I got pretty close for the first try. Okay. Same / plus random sudden death. Okay, these are decent cards. Starting us with decent cards to play. These are less good. Let's see, where am I strongest? There it is. Just gotta do a little math, that's all. Of course she didn't play her damn card, though. I'm taking that one. Bye. I gotta go cheese this save, because you cheesed me off. Man, that would have been so good if I had won, though, you guys. I beat her on my second try, I just didn't get the rare card. We need to get her card. I need to play cards with you. Okay, same rules apply. Alright, we didn't get a great hand this time. I don't have the highest of hopes, but it's a start. Okay, she brought herself onto the playing field. That stupid plus bullshit. I hate it so much, you guys. I hate it. She took her card back. Oh my gosh, I sent her to the void though, it's fine. I'm not letting her take that card. I'm not letting her take it away from me. So the plus rule is if... Okay, so let's say you add the two sides together, and if those numbers equal... What is it? I don't know how to explain it. I know how to use it, sort of, but I don't know how to explain it. It involves adding the sides of the cards. You add the two touching sides, and they have to equal the same amount. Oh my gosh, these cards are awful. This is not going to go well. It doesn't feel like she has to do random. It feels like I have to do random. It feels like she gets to kind of just do whatever the hell she wants. This is a loss, you guys, just to be completely clear on what's going to happen here. It's a complete decimation. Although, actually, I can just play her again, because I got such bad cards, that didn't matter. Alright, we got Odin on the field this time. Fool, you deal with Odin. I guess we go with this. Okay, 7. None of that is gonna work for a plus. So I think I'm just gonna go like that. Shit. This would almost have worked for a plus. If it was the other way around, it actually would have worked. God damn it. Alright, well we got to a draw, except now she has all the good cards. Alright, now we actually have to reload. She has to do random, she just only owns 6 cards. I think I made that joke on the stream a little bit ago, or at least I made it to my wife when I was explaining the rules of the game when she was watching one time. That like, hey, the random rule is really bullshitty. But if you only had the same cards, then random is just like, well, what are you gonna do? It's random, but I only have these cards. You can't be helped. Alright, we got Cypher with us this time. This will be the one. Oh wait, that only ties them. Okay, that didn't work. I thought that would actually work. It didn't work. Give me trauma. Okay, we got her. Look, I'm proud. We've taken 2 cards off of her. Not the card we wanted, but we've taken 2 cards off of her. That's something. They could have been nice. They could have put a save point right next to her. I mean, I guess running outside isn't that hard, but, you know, they could have known. Taken 2 cards and haven't ever lost once. Yep, that's right. You've been watching the stream. You know. First try. I'm so mad. I nearly had it first try. It was so close. It was so close. Oh no. It's just a damn shame. Why'd you get 2 of these shitty fish? Why you gotta do it like that, game? It's so mean. Oh, we got a plus. See? Oh, shit, she played with her card. I didn't pay attention. Look at that. Look at what I beat her with. Believe in yourself and miracles can happen, everybody. Also, math. Math, my friend. We did it. Should Ultimacia possess me again, I ask for your help, young seeds. Oh, man. We got it. I believe Eleni is traveling all over the world in a ship. Even if Ultimacia decides to choose her again, it will be very difficult to find her. I am so pleased with how that worked out. It was one of my worst hands. Sorry, I don't know if it got picked up, but in my victory, I burped into the microphone. I was so happy. I couldn't contain it. It exploded. Take that, matron. I'm taking your card to remember you by. Oop. Hey, get back on that ship. There is a chocobo forest near here. Should we go in and see if we can see a chocobo real quick? I don't know what you're supposed to do with them, but that's definitely a chocobo forest. You're in Chocobo's forest expert. You'll scare away the chocobo if y'all come in. Alright. That was the Chocobo Forest. I hope you all really enjoyed it. What a good time it was. Just a super fun thing. Why can't I get on the ship? Hey. Guys, I can't get on the ship. Well, I got on and then I immediately got off again. Okay. Yeah, that was... Come see the fabulous Chocobo Forest. Alright, let's see here. Is Renoa in the infirmary? I'll go visit her later. Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me at all. That's fine. Oh, that kid wants to play, but he's just doing the direct trading rule, and that's not good. I do think we should go visit Renoa in the infirmary. It feels like what nice people would do, and slowly we're turning Squall into a nice person. He's learning to care. Is this the infirmary? I think it is. Renoa, you feel so cold. Are you going to be like this forever? Isn't there anything I can do? You were so full of life. Now you don't even make a sound. I want to hear your voice. This is like talking to a wall. Renoa, call my name. No, Squall's feeling it. Oh, geez. Okay, we're doing this. Okay. Then let's do that. And that. Okay. Why the heck do I have to do this? Because we have no money. Alright, I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's kind of my fault that we stayed at the hotel so often. But heck, I'm not cut out to be an actor. So you say, but we know you're really quite excited. Okay, everyone, take your positions. Man, I can't believe this director making a movie with me, an amateur. The heck am I supposed to do? Alright, alright. So we were lucky I got the job. As long as we make some money, right? Are you serious? What kind of costume is this? No complaining. Let's go, let's go. Hey, look at you, not bad. This is your co-star, playing the part of the sorceress. Hi, nice to meet you. All we need now is someone to play the dragon. Oh, perfect. Hey, you two back there. Yes. I'm kinda in a squeeze here. The guy playing the dragon is sick. Do you think you could put on the dragon costume and kinda just walk down here? I'll pay you. I guess so. Okay, just be on standby over there. Okay, people, here we go. Scene 12, Death of the Sorceress. Ready? Action! Oh, Sir Knight, save me from the wicked dragon! Oh, okay. I'll save you from the dragon. Darn it, I'm getting all nervous here. And what's with this gun blade? Haven't used one of these since training. Kind of like this. Hey, not bad. Just put in some voiceovers. Okay, bring the dragon. Hey, come on guys, the dragon. Alright, here we go. It's a good dragon. Wow, just like the real thing. Excellent work, Kyros. Like that the dragon is like, I will respect all paths on this map. What? Wait a minute. Was the costume that big? Whoa, Kyros and Ward are taking this seriously. Man, this looks like the real thing. Ugh. Jeez, take it easy, Kyros. What the? Is this thing real? What? No wonder. What am I doing? I'm getting out of here. Well, Sir Knight, it's all yours. Sir Knight, I must bid you farewell. Hey, don't just leave me here. It's not gonna let me go. The gunblade. Gotcha. Alright, let's go. Ow. Don't worry guys, I'm really good at these. Alright. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. Now's my chance. Run! Dragon's having none of it, man. Darn stupid dragon. Where the heck are Kiros and Ward? Laguna, did you call me? Yeah. Wait long enough? Here. Alright, time to kick some dragon butt. I don't know if I'm prepped to fight a dragon. Hold on a sec. Okay, for one, I think I have fire on my sword, which I don't think is gonna go really great. I just think I think it's a bad idea. I don't know what else to use, though. Oh, I bet we switch it with Blizzaga. We'll do... Where is it? Do that. This is the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Nope, don't do that. Okay, that seems good. Okay, let's Junction Kiros. Let's see. I was giving him... Shit, now I don't remember. I think Shiva, Siren, Carbuncle, Tonberry. I think that's what I did. And we'll do draw. Magic. Treatment. HP up, or strength up 60. Luck up 50. Counterattack. Nailed it. Perfect. What could go wrong? Junction. Let's go with that. Good enough. Do draw. Item. Card. Strength 20. Strength 60. And I don't know, we'll do HP up by 80%. Oh, geez, that's a lot of HP we just gave. Okay, guys, we're gonna use a tent. Great, let's go get him. Alright, it's on, dragon. You stand approximately 0 chance because I prepped for this fight. And now I have an ice gun. Do you have anything cool, though, for me? Not really. We'll just mug you. Got an Inferno Fang. Great. So far, the dragon likes attacking the guy that I gave all the HP to. It's really convenient. Oh, he died. He died from sadness. How many are there? They just keep coming. We're out of here. Guys, we could have handled more than one dragon. Oh, look at that cool thing over there. What is that? I can't disconnect. What is this connect thing? Is it you, Squall? Yeah. Connect is just what I call it. It's when I use my special power. Oh, I know. I must be asleep. That's why I can't control it. I'm sorry, Squall. Just let me use your spirit for a little while longer. Let me go back. She ain't here either. If I may ask, what happened to this Eleni? She was kidnapped by Eshtar soldiers. I've been traveling, trying all I can to get inside Eshtar, but they were looking for a successor to the Eshtar sorceress, Edea. Yeah, exactly it. Is she your daughter? No, but she's just so cute. Oh, I wish you could hear her voice. I want to hear Renoa's voice. Thanks, Squall. Is something the matter? No, just the fairies. Yep, just a normal thing to say to somebody. I don't care if it's in the past or what. I want to hear Renoa. I want to see Renoa. That way, there might be a chance to save her. You can't change the past. I just found that out. When I was kidnapped, Uncle Laguna went on a journey to find me. But because he did, Uncle Laguna wasn't able to be by Rain's side when she died. Rain wanted to show Laguna her newborn baby. Rain kept calling out for Laguna, so no matter what, I wanted Laguna to stay in the village. But it didn't work. I can no longer make it back to that moment. And also, I can only send you inside someone I've met before. I'm sorry, Squall. I'm about to disconnect. I'll try again to speak to you this way. Sis, Eleni, I want to hear Renoa's voice. I can see you if we go back in time. Maybe even change things. Eleni! Eleni, can you hear me? Send me back to the moment Renoa went into a coma. Eleni, you won't answer me. I know she's on the White Seed ship. White Seed. Careful now. Edea's seed. Edea's seed? Maybe Edea would know the whereabouts of the ship. Then I can see Eleni. Then maybe I can go back. Boy, we've really landed at, like, the wrong reason to do what we're about to do. I get this is why he would do it. But, Squall's really made the wrong reasons for why to do it. There's probably white seed all over that ship. Uh-huh. That's why diversity is important. I'm sure that's what you meant. Not anything else at all. Alright, well, we've got a lot of junctions. GFs to junction. We've got a lot to figure out. It's getting late. We talked a lot on the pre-show. Make sure you check out the whole stream if you feel like you're missing something and you're like, man, the gameplay section wasn't very long tonight. You know, make sure you check out what you missed out. But that's going to be it for today. We're at a good spot where I can kind of figure some other things out. I know I just saved. I'm going to do it again. I'm a habitual saver. What can I say? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. We will be back tomorrow. I really appreciate all the follows, all the subs. We got a hype train going today. There were so many of you. All the raids, all the bits. It's really good. I felt the love today. It really helped me out on a day I was otherwise pretty tired. As I say, coming in with the closing bits, the closing cheer. I appreciate you all. Catch you tomorrow. See you then. Bye, everybody.